Hello everyone, welcome back. This is me Yuvraj again with Bhagyashri to discuss this game again. And in a few moments, in a few minutes actually, we're going to get the result of the toss. We'll also get to know who is playing and who is not playing. It's Mumbai versus Rajasthan today. Rohit Sharma is going against Steve Smith, the Indian captain, versus the overseas captain. So, Bhagyashri, we're just a few moments away from the toss. No, not a few actually, a lot of moments away from the toss. What do you think is going to be at the toss? We can't predict who will win the toss, but we can actually discuss what will happen after the toss, who will choose what.
Well, I think if you see Rohit Sharma, he is someone who usually chooses to bat after winning a toss. But I feel today he should choose to chase after winning the toss and choose to bowl first. We've been taking the due factor into consideration, but we've also seen that it's we cannot be sure about the due factor. It may affect, it might not affect, and till now, what we've seen is that the team that's chasing has not been able to show the better side of the results. So I think I mean it's very confusing now to make that choice, but I think today Rohit Sharma should choose to bat. What about you, Yuvraj? What do you think?
As you rightly mentioned, Bhagyashri, that due factor has been considered, but in the last few matches it hasn't come into play much. As I've mentioned countless times, due is not a definite thing. You can't know whether it will come to into play, and if it does, you can't know how much. तो
Yeah.
if it does come into play a lot, अगर बहुत ज़्यादा ज़्यादा ओस हो जाती है तो डेफिनेटली गेंदबाजों के लिए दिक्कत होगी दूसरी इनिंग्स में.
Hmm.
बार बार उंगलियां साफ करते हैं, गेंद को साफ करते हैं, इतना ज्यादा पसीना आता है क्योंकि ड्यू ज्यादा होती है, ओस ज्यादा होती है, तो गेंद को ग्रिप करने में मुश्किलात होती है. तो आई थिंक डेफिनेटली अगर ड्यू लगता है इस वक्त, क्योंकि जो ग्राउंड में होगा उसे ही पता लगेगा कि आज ड्यू कितनी आएगी और कितनी आ सकती है और आ सकती है भी या नहीं. तो वो वहीं पे पता लगेगा. अगर लगता है कि ड्यू आएगी तो गेंदबाजी करें पहले, क्योंकि दूसरी इनिंग्स में गेंदबाजी करना मुश्किल होगा. अगर लगता है कि ड्यू वोंट बी मच ऑफ फैक्टर, तो अपनी स्ट्रेंथ के हिसाब से खेलें. You can't say that a team should bowl first, should bat first, because they should put up a good total on the board and then put the other team into bat. उनकी जो strength है, जैसे the players know that we play well under pressure and we should chase. They also know that when a target is in front of them, they get bogged down under pressure. So it's totally up to them that how they want to go with it. पिच के हिसाब से भी आई थिंक पिच इज अ बिग फैक्टर ऑलवेज. पिच को कंसिडरेशन में नहीं लेंगे तो टॉस पे you'll more often than not commit a blunder. So the pitch is on the slower side. So if we categorize these pitches into slow, good, and a good batting pitch, I think Sharjah is the best batting pitch without a doubt. It's an absolute belter. You can always expect 200 plus runs. After that comes Dubai. The pitch has become better as the tournament has progressed. I think there have been instructions from the management that make the pitch good for batting so that the fans can have entertainment. And Dubai pitch is getting better. Some grass is being left there on the pitch so that the ball comes better onto the bat. It's not such a dry pitch. And Abu Dhabi, on the other hand, is a little on the drier side, and hence it has been tough to score off. And we've seen 160, 170 kind of scores on this pitch. And on Dubai and Sharjah, we've seen 190 plus. Sharjah has been a different ball game altogether, with every ball almost going out of the ground. We're just seeing highlights at that stadium and nothing else. So I think the pitch is to be has to be taken into account, and your strengths and weaknesses, of course, where you lack and where you're strong. So it's not just due. It's much more than that. So I think the team winning the toss will still try to bat first. I think मुझे लगता है इस टूर्नामेंट में आई थिंक रोहित शर्मा has been on and off, one innings off, one innings on, but when he is in full flow, he is one of the best players in the world without a doubt. And Rohit Sharma has got 170, 180 odd, and in the rest two innings, he's got single digits. So today is the big day. They want to make it 4 out of 6, and if they have to, Rohit Sharma has to play a big contribution. Rohit Sharma has to play a big part, not just in the field, setting the fields, rotating the bowlers. He has a big role to play with the bat in hand, along with Quinton de Kock. And whenever Rohit Sharma fires, we've seen that it has been good for Mumbai. He's more often than not contributed in a winning cause, and Rohit Sharma will be a will have a huge impact in today's game. I feel. What do you think? How important is it for Rohit Sharma to perform today?
Well, absolutely. The last time we saw Rohit Sharma was not able to perform, up to his capabilities in the last match. But other than that, I feel he's been in very sublime form in this entire season. He's played fairly well. But today, definitely, he should perform. What I'm also excited to look forward is to how Surya Kumar Yadav performs, because, we've seen him perform. He's not being able to convert those 25, 30s, 40s into a big inning. So that is something that he needs to do, and he's not being able to play up to his capability, that he actually has. So that is something that I am personally looking forward to. But definitely, Rohit Sharma does play a very important role in Mumbai's entire batting lineup. Like if he performs, then the entire the burden reduces eventually on the lower and the middle order that we have in the Mumbai batting lineup.
I think the burden on the team also reduces. The burden on
Yes.
himself also gets reduced. And good of you to bring up Surya Kumar Yadav. I think we have to talk about him. We have to discuss how he's gone through this tournament. He started with a low score. He started with a single-digit score. In the next game, he got a 47, where he stitched that brilliant partnership with Rohit Sharma, the match-defining partnership actually. He got to 47 of 30 odd deliveries again, and he looked good. He looked in great form. He's been going good. He's been going great guns in the domestic season as well for Mumbai, and he plays for Mumbai. He's now playing for the Mumbai franchise in this tournament. So all was going well for him. But when he got out on 47, uh, he his dismissal was not the bowler's brilliance. His dismissals have been his own mistakes, and that's just been it, because he's too good a player to not convert these 30s 40s into big scores, as you mentioned. And then again in the next game, it was a poor performance. After that, he got another good 40 odd runs, and again he's been performing sporadically, as I earlier mentioned in our 4 p.m. talk. So he has a lot of capability. He's a great fielder. He's done well at point. He's done well in the outfield. So his confidence is still high. But again, there comes a time in your career when you're just not able to prop up those 40s, 50s into big scores. Even if it's T20, if you consider T20, 47 of 30 balls is a good score. It's a really good score. But is it enough for a match-winning cause? That's what we have to ponder upon. And Surya Kumar Yadav has a huge role to play, because if one of Rohit Sharma or Quinton de Kock gets out early, then Surya Kumar Yadav has to almost play the role of an opener and a rebuilder. He has to do both things. That's why the number 3 batsman is the most important batsman in any lineup, and that role has to be played by Surya Kumar Yadav. If you watch the games closely, he's done well whenever a wicket has fallen early. He's also done well when a wicket has not fallen early. So he's been a really good player for Mumbai so far, and again, it's all about converting those good 40s into solid 50s or even 70s, 80s, because he has got a chance to bat early. And let's see if he can stand up to our expectations today. And apart from that, I think Quinton de Kock, we should also talk about him. He has also been like this only, performing in intervals. Uh, so, what do you think, Quinton de Kock? How
So
big a role he has to play?
Well, absolutely. I mean, we saw that in the last match, Rohit Sharma, he got out early, and there was Quinton de Kock who scored a phenomenal innings. Yuvraj, I think we have an update on the toss. MI have won and have chosen to bat. So I think we were correct in our prediction with respect to that. So now to talk about Quinton de Kock again, he definitely plays a very important role, because as we also spoke about this earlier, in the Mumbai lineup, you have one person not performing, and then the other person steps up and performs, right? So Quinton de Kock did that last match. He was not able to perform in the matches before that, but then eventually he stepped up and he's shown what he is, right? So that's what the entire team is about. They play as a team. उनकी एक individual performance नहीं है. While when you look at the Rajasthan team, you've seen a lot of individual people performing and they've done very well at an individual level. लेकिन अगर वो एक team performance है, वो I think हमें मुंबई में देखने को मिलती है.
Yeah, I think the big news from the center again, as you mentioned, Bhagyashree. Mumbai have won the toss and they've elected to bat first. That's what we predicted, both of us. First, it was Bhagyashree though, so I'll give her all the credit. Uh, Apart from that, let's quickly take you through the playing 11s or playing 11 of Mumbai first, of course. Rohit Sharma is there, Quinton de Kock is there. As I read through, we'll get to know if there are any changes in the Mumbai side, and you can gauge for yourself if there are any. Rohit Sharma, Quinton de Kock, the tall opening order, which has been really essential for them. Then Surya Kumar Yadav is there at number 3. Ishan Kishan, of course, retains his place after that first innings of 99. And he needs to buck up. I think it's a really important game from him. He hasn't still backed up that 99 performance. And it's been a couple of games now. And this is his chance to prove again that he's a good replacement for Saurabh Tiwari. After that, again, Hardik Pandya, Kieron Pollard, and Krunal Pandya. It will be interesting to see when they send in who from these three players. Krunal Pandya can anchor the innings. Hardik Pandya is a basher. He's known for his bashing, hitting. He's been hitting really big sixes in this tournament so far that there's no other way to define it. He's pure muscle. He's also been timing the ball well. He looks confident. He's dropped a couple of catches so far, so that's odd. We never see Hardik Pandya dropping catches, but since the conditions are different, it's difficult to percept the depth of the ball because in India it comes down a little slowly. In UAE it comes down faster when it goes high. So that's why there have been so many dropped catches we've seen. Then James Pattinson, he's been in full flow. He's been running in like a steam engine. James Pattinson, a lot is expected of him in this match too. Rahul Chahar has been absolutely fabulous. I've enjoyed watching him bowl, the way he loops it, the way he drifts it, the lines and lengths, the way he makes such good use of the long boundary. And it's really tough to hit against him. He's been taking wickets. He's been saving runs for you. What else do you want from your leg spinner? Then there's Trent Bolt, of course, one of the greatest bowlers in the world, one of the greatest bowlers to have ever played this game. And I think Trent Bolt has always been there for Mumbai in this season. Again, a lot riding on him too, Trent Bolt. Jasprit Bumrah is there. And Jasprit Bumrah, we can't miss this name, of course. No changes, Bhagyashree. It was expected, I think.
Yes, this was expected. There are no changes. I mean, absolutely.
I should have persisted with the winning combination, and they have. We'll also soon get to know the playing 11 of the other side, that is Rajasthan. Rajasthan have lost 2 games in a row. They'll seriously want to avoid a hat trick of losses because that will derail their campaign a lot. They need to be on their toes in this game and have to definitely do well to avoid a hat trick of losses. Then we, of course, now come to the other side. One change we predicted, Bhagyashree, and it has happened. I'm really happy because I wasn't sure of that change, but I think you were more sure that this change will happen. Josh Butler is there, of course, for Rajasthan. Then it's Yashasvi Jaiswal is there. He's become a household name during this tournament, but still hasn't got many chances. This will be his second outing. His first game was nothing short of a disaster. He handed out an easy cotton ball while playing his first game. Yashasvi Jaiswal is there. Then there's Sanju Samson, of course, very reliable for Rajasthan. He'll have a really big role to play in this game. Steve Smith, the captain, has been slotted at number 4 in this list. We'll have to see. We'll have to wait and watch whether he comes out at number 3 or it comes out at number 4 ahead of Sanju Samson. Personally, I wouldn't want to take that number 3 spot away from Sanju Samson because he's been timing the ball really well at that spot. He looks really comfortable. and he likes likes the ball coming onto the bat, and that's why he should bat at number 3. Steve Smith, you'll have better list, I think. Maipal Lomror, as we were talking about him earlier, Bhagyashree, on our previous show, Maipal Lomror played a really sensible innings
Yes.
in the last game, and he looked way mature beyond his years. Uh, and he's just a 20-year-old, but plays like he has a mind of 30
Yeah.
years old. Then Rahul Tewatia, the trump card, the dark horse of Rajasthan, has been winning games for them, has been diving around the field for them, has been doing a great job with ball in hand, taking crucial wicket at crucial times. And Rahul Tewatia, another vital player for them. Jofra Archer, obviously your favorite, is of course there. Jofra Archer from England. No matter how much we talk about him, I don't think we'll ever have words to describe Jofra Archer. He's an absolutely fabulous bowler. Always gets big on the batsman and really tough to hit against him. He also takes wickets along the way, and while batting also he hits a long ball. A lot of muscle again, lot packs a punch. Tom Curran again, the ripped Tom Curran, 54 of 36 in the last game in a losing cause, of course. With the ball, he's been expensive. He's been conceding 40 runs on an average out in his quota of 4 overs. He'll surely want to work on that, but he'll be confident because he has contributed with the bat in the last game. So after Tom Curran, there's Shreyas Gopal, their leg spinner, hasn't again performed to the best of his capabilities in this year's tournament. Being a leg spinner, a lot is riding on him. The onus is on him to take wickets in those middle overs. That's where he bowls. So Shreyas Gopal, all eyes will be on you. Kartik Tyagi is in there. Another change, another big change. Kartik Tyagi, another product of the under 19s. Bowls at a fine pace. He has. We saw him in the last World Cup. He plays with intensity, plays with passion. Let's see if he can continue from there in this tournament as well. Kartik Tyagi, really excited to watch this young gun play. And then Ankit Rajput, of course, is there. He comes back into the side this time. Mahipal Lomror was brought in instead of Ankit Rajput in the last game. Now Ankit Rajput has also come into the side. One omission, of course, big omission, is a player who was sold for 11.5 crores to Rajasthan in 2018. He's been left out of the side. Jaydev Unadkat is his name. Jaydev Unadkat, leaving him out. Bhagyashree, what do you think? Good decision, bad decision?
Well, I think if you see Jaydev Unadkat, as we also spoke about that earlier, that he hasn't really been performing for the side that well. The only game where he could actually, showed a decent outing was when he played against KKR. But apart from that, he's really taken he's given away a lot of runs, and his the number of wickets also that he's taken has not been too much. It's been a very expensive over every time, Jaydev Unadkat has bowled. So I think it's going to be different today. They've tried to make they've tried to make changes क्योंकि वैसे भी उनका combination सही से नहीं बैठ पा रहा था, and they obviously want to try and test कि which bowler would fit perfect where. So I think it's a good decision. They want to try and see how another player would fit would fit their 11, and it'll be fun to watch कि वो कैसा करते हैं.
Yes, because Rajasthan aren't used to playing without Jaydev Unadkat. I don't think they've played a single game from the 2000 season till now without Jaydev Unadkat. I can't remember one. But I think it'll be different for them. I think we ought to have another look at the playing 11s, if I may. We shouldn't be talking about Mumbai now because there are no changes in their side. But if you look at Rajasthan, on the other hand, wholesale changes from them. Uh, Yashasvi Jaiswal in for Robin Uthappa. Kartik Tyagi is in today. Ankit Rajput in today instead of Jaydev Unadkat. A really different outlook. I think, as we've been talking about again and again, they still haven't found the right combination, and they're still in pursuit of that. And this is another one of their attempts to find that right combination. And I think it'll be interesting to watch how they play. How they get to play, how Kartik Tyagi gets to perform in this match. It'll be really exciting. Another young blood. He's very intense. I've seen him play in the Under-19 World Cup, and surely he's bound to spring up some surprises. Apart from that, Bhagyashri, what do you think? आज किन खिलाड़ियों का दिन है अगर मैं आपको दो प्लेयर पिक करने को बोलूं दोनों टीम से?
अगर मुझे दो प्लेयर्स पिक करने हो तो राजस्थान से आई फील देयर विल बी जॉस बटलर एंड स्टीव स्मिथ बिकॉज जॉस बटलर आई एम चूजिंग बिकॉज यू नो आई एम मेकिंग an analogy I'm making like a parallel drawing a parallel between Virat Kohli and Josh Butler. Virat Kohli, he could not perform in the first three innings that he played, and after that, he's been fantastic. In fact, in the last match, he was the only batsman who actually had a decent outing. And I feel Josh Butler की भी आज ये I think fourth outing होगी, and he should perform because a player of his caliber you cannot expect him to be silent for too long. So I feel it'll be Josh Butler, and the other one would be Steve Smith because again he's gone down the order. We have Yashasvi Jaiswal opening with Josh Butler. Steve Smith has gone down the order, and another interesting thing is that he has the most successful outing against Mumbai in the Indian T20 League. It's the only team he has scored 400 runs against. So I feel because of that, these are the two players to watch out for me from the Rajasthan side. अगर हम मुंबई की बात करें तो एक तो है सूर्य कुमार यादव क्योंकि दो और जसप्रीत बुमराह. मैंने इन दोनों को इसलिए चूज किया क्योंकि ये दोनों ही बहुत अच्छे प्लेयर्स हैं, उनमें बहुत कैलिबर है, बट अभी तक they haven't performed to their potential in this league yet. So I feel they would want to step up, they would want to contribute the team to the best of their abilities, and once they do that, I think the Mumbai team would be class apart. They're going to get even better. They already look so good. They're going to be all the more better. What about you, Yuvraj?
I think the Mumbai team is like fine wine. They just keep getting better as they play more. Definitely, I think if I had to choose four players out of these 22, you've been picking Josh Butler in every game he's played, and I think you're sort of a curse for him because whenever you pick him, he doesn't perform. I think I made a really long, unwarranted correlation there. But I think if I had to choose two players from Rajasthan, one would be Sanju Samson for me. Like you pick Josh Butler always, I'd always pick Sanju Samson because I love watching him bat. He's so easy on the eyes. The brilliant thing about him is he makes big hitting look so damn easy. And that's why I love Samson. And I think he's going to be the next wicket keeper for India because MS Dhoni has now retired. So I think he is in contention, and I think he should be picked ahead of Sanju Samson whenever India play again. I don't care which format it is. I think Sanju Samson is the way to go if you want to hand someone the gloves uh, after MS Dhoni. And then I'll pick apart from that Karthik Tyagi, the new entrant. I'll pick him. Really looking forward to watch him bowl. From Mumbai, one will be Hardik Pandya. With the bat, always exciting to watch. Other will be Rohit Sharma. I think it's Rohit Sharma's day today, and he's the one for me who has to fire today, and he will, I think, because he's due for a successful innings, and I think it's Rohit Sharma's day today. Fully Rohit Sharma's day today. So shortly, Atul Paji will also join us. Then we'll discuss the playing 11 and the dynamics of the toss again. Bhagyashri is with us now. She'll soon leave us, so don't be disappointed much. As soon as Atul Paji joins us, we'll start the discussion with him. Final word, Bhagyashri, final question for you. Who do you think will win the match?
I still think it's going to be Mumbai that'll have a better day today. Looking at their performance, consistency, how they've performed on this pitch before, and the fact that they're batting first, I think they've had a better outing when they've batted first. So I think it's going to be Mumbai's day today.
So Bhagyashri thinks it's going to be Mumbai's day today. Even I think it's going to be Mumbai's day. It'll be interesting to watch. I'd like to be proved wrong today by Rajasthan because they have a packed squad again. They've made changes, as I mentioned, wholesale changes, 3 big changes in their side. Yashasvi Jaiswal, looking forward to watching him bat in the second innings, of course. I'll give you the news again. Mumbai had won the toss and they had elected to bat first, as we had predicted. And again, no changes in the Mumbai side. In the Rajasthan side, Ankit Rajput is in, Kartik Tyagi is in, and Yashasvi Jaiswal in place of Robin Uthappa. Riyan Parag was not there, if I'm not wrong. He wasn't there in the side, right?
He wasn't there in the side. He is the one who's been replaced by Ankit Rajput. So I've been meaning to ask you, Yuvraj, what is your take? How do you feel? Ankit Rajput would be a good replacement for Riyan Parag. Do you think, like, how do you feel? He'll impact the team today.
They're a bowler short now, and I think they're a batsman short now. Riyan Parag is not even there, so it'll be a bit of a problem. But I don't think it will come down to that, and the batsman will do a fruitful job for them, I think. So Atul Paji has joined us finally.
हम
Atul
हियर
Paji, कैसे हैं आप?
बस जी बढ़िया तैयार हैं आपसे बात करने के लिए।
जी बिल्कुल। तो टॉस पे अतुल पाजी, टॉस पे ये हुआ है कि मुंबई ने टॉस जीत के बल्लेबाजी करने का फैसला किया है। आई थिंक बढ़िया डिसीजन है, मुझे कोई दिक्कत नहीं है इनके टॉस जीत के बैटिंग करने से। आपको क्या लग रहा है, सही डिसीजन?
बिल्कुल सही कर रहे हैं, मुझे लगता है क्योंकि 3 मैदान है यहाँ पे, क्योंकि एकदम ऐसा टेम्पलेट सेट नहीं हुआ कि ये करना चाहिए। दोनों तरफ है, ज्यूरी स्टिल आउट, क्या बेहतर है, पर ग्राउंड के हिसाब से, विकेट के हिसाब से देखा जाए तो जितना हमने स्लोनेस, धीमापन देखा इस पिच पे, उसमें यही है कि पहले बैटिंग करके आपको थोड़ा बेस्ट यूज मिल जाएगा ग्राउंड का। और फिर आपको ये है, एक मुसीबत सिर्फ ये है कि अगर ड्यू आ गई और आपने पूरे स्कोर ना बनाया तो दिक्कत आ सकती है। तो वो चांस है, हमने देखा कि भेड़िया आया पर भेड़िया आया नहीं 2-3 दिन और उसमें फंस गया। तो आज वो कह रहे हैं कि ठीक है जी, अगर पहले इसी मैच में इसी मैदान पे लोगों ने बहुत स्ट्रगल किया चेस करते हुए, क्योंकि एक्सट्रीमली स्लो हो गया था। और लुकिंग एट द फायर पावर, उनके पास दम ज्यादा, पावर हिटिंग ज्यादा है इनके पास, स्ट्रेंथ मुंबई के पास। तो दिख रहा है, मुझे लग रहा है कि वो करेंगे टारगेट 175 तो चाहिए फिर भी, क्योंकि यू नेवर सेफ कि कोई अगर संजू सैमसन इस टीम में चल गया तो। पर राजस्थान की टीम में वीक लिंक्स नजर आ रहे हैं, लोअर मिडिल ऑर्डर एक वीक लिंक है, जोफ्रा आर्चर के बाद थोड़ी सी कबर्ड गेंदबाजी में भी खाली लग रही है। तो चांस एक ही है कि सुपरलेटिव परफॉर्मेंस अगर हो जाए गेंद से तो ही बच सकते हैं राजस्थान रॉयल।
जी आई थिंक मैच इंटरेस्टिंग हुआ आज काफी। मुंबई पहले बल्लेबाजी कर रही है। पहले जब मैं बात कर रहा था अभी भाग्यश्री से अतुल पाजी, तो मैंने एक क्लासिफिकेशन, एक ऑर्डर बनाया था कि इस टूर्नामेंट में शारजा सबसे अच्छी विकेट है बैटिंग के लिए, दुबई मैं सेकंड पे प्लेस कर रहा हूँ, और आबू धाबी जहाँ पे आज मैच है वो थोड़ी ऑन द स्लोअर साइड है। तो ये मैंने 1, 2, 3 ऐसे रखा था। क्या आपको लगता है ये सही ऑर्डर है, और इनमें से सबसे नॉट द बेस्ट विकेट फॉर बैटिंग इज आबू धाबी?
नहीं, देखो, पिच का कॉन्टेक्स्ट होना चाहिए साइज ऑफ द ग्राउंड से। अगर आपका शारजा में टर्निंग ट्रैक भी बना देंगे ना और थोड़ी विकेट हेल्पफुल बना देंगे, हेल्पफुल तो फास्ट बॉलर्स की तो बनेगी नहीं, क्योंकि घास तो चिपकानी पड़ेगी उसके ऊपर, उगनी तो है नहीं। तो अगर उसको अंडर प्रिपेयर्ड रखेंगे तो स्पिनर्स का होगा, पर छोटे मैदान पे फिर भी हिट लगेंगे, क्योंकि मिस हिट भी बाहर जाएगा। आप देखिए, शारजा में छोटे छक्के नहीं लग रहे हैं, स्टैंड पे जा रहे हैं, बाहर जा रहे हैं। तो अभी तो विकेट ट्रू है, तो बैट पे आ रहा बॉल, अगर थोड़ा फंस के भी आएगा तब भी बैट्समैन विल बैक देमसेल्फ। बड़ा ग्राउंड देखते ही परेशानी हो जाती है। कल देखा हमने कैसे, कितनी आप देखिए कैचेस दुबई में जा रही हैं, क्योंकि वही लग्जरी जो है 10 यार्ड की, वो नहीं है बॉलर के पास। और अबू धाबी में भी शारजा से तो बड़ा मैदान है और विकेट भी थोड़ा हेल्पफुल है। तो यहाँ पे क्लियर करने के लिए बिल्कुल पिच पे जाना पड़ेगा। या तो आप बॉलर को हाथ से पढ़ लें और फ्लाइट के बाद स्टेप आउट करें। अगर प्री डिटर्मिन्ड आप खेलेंगे तो फंसेंगे इस पिच पे।
अतुल भाई, जैसे अगर कोई बैट्समैन T20 क्रिकेट से टेस्ट क्रिकेट में ट्रांजिशन करता है, जैसे एक खिलाड़ी ने पूरा आईपीएल का सीजन खेला, उसके बाद डेज क्रिकेट खेलने पहुंच गया, तो एडजस्ट करना थोड़ा सा मुश्किल हो जाता है, क्योंकि आपका बैट फ्लो अभी भी छोटे फॉर्मेट वाला थोड़ा रह जाता है, तो एडजस्ट करना मुश्किल है। वैसे ही यहाँ पे क्या शारजा से आबू धाबी के मैदान में एडजस्ट करना काफी मुश्किल है?
देखिए, टेक्निक एडजस्ट नहीं करेंगे आप। जो बैट्समैन बल्ला यहाँ लेके खड़ा हुआ ऊपर लेके, वो ऐसे ही करेगा। उसको बस ये देखना है कि अगर उसका जो रिदम है विकेट के साथ वो आना चाहिए। कई बार आप देखा, साउथ अफ्रीकन, ऑस्ट्रेलियन स्ट्रगल कर रहे थे शुरुआत में। डिकॉक ने स्ट्रगल किया, वॉटसन ने स्ट्रगल किया, डुप्लेसी ने स्ट्रगल नहीं किया, क्योंकि वो बॉटम हैंडेड प्लेयर है, तो वो मैनेज कर रहे थे। उनकी अगर आप ग्रिप देखेंगे तो इतना डिफरेंस है टॉप हैंड और बॉटम हैंड में। तो दैट शोज दैट ही हैज गॉट दैट कंट्रोल। ठीक है, तो वो क्योंकि सीधे ऊपर नहीं मारते, वो he is trying to play square of the pitch, इधर कर रहे हैं, and waiting for his radar। बाकी खिलाड़ियों ने, जैसे डिकॉक है, वो ऑन द बाउंस के साथ ही घूमते हैं, because his bat flow is according to the bounce। जैसे ही बनता है उनका मूवमेंट आता है, ट्रिगर मूवमेंट। उनको प्रॉब्लम होती है कैलिब्रेट करने में। तो मुझे लगता है पिच टू पिच बैट्समैन इस लेवल के प्लेयर हैं, इनको कैलिब्रेट करना आता है। ऐसे अगर नहीं कर पाते तो ये रणजी ट्रॉफी वगैरह डोमेस्टिक खेल रहे होते हैं। यही फर्क होता है, बड़े एक स्टेप एक्स्ट्रा लेते हैं जब आप डोमेस्टिक क्रिकेट से इंटरनेशनल क्रिकेट में। ये एडजस्टमेंट, ये आपका जो ब्रेन है वो अपने को कैसे कैलिब्रेट करता है कंडीशन से। बड़े बॉलर, बड़े बैट्समैन ऐसे ही बनते हैं, पिच देख के बड़ा बॉलर है, उसकी लेंथ इमीडिएटली ऑल्टर हो जाती है, उसकी उंगलियां चलने लगती हैं, उसकी रिस्ट चेंज हो जाती है, उसको पता है कि कैसे मैं इसमें से करूंगा, तो दैट मेक्स यू अ बिगर प्लेयर।
ये आई थिंक वही मैं भी यही सोच रहा था कि शारजा में एक बड़े बल्लेबाज को पता होगा कि मैं चिप करके अगर छक्के मार रहा हूँ तो वही शॉट मुझे अबू धाबी में पूरा मारना पड़ेगा, तो ये थोड़ी एडजस्टमेंट करनी पड़ेगी।
पूरा मारने के लिए बैट फ्लो बड़ा चाहिए होता है। बड़े ग्राउंड में बिना पूरा मारे सिर्फ 2-4 प्लेयर हैं जो कर सकते हैं। पोलार्ड ऐसा प्लेयर है, उसको घुमाना नहीं पड़ता, वो डिफेंस करने जाता है, उसके बाद डिसाइड करता है अच्छा बॉल आ गई, वहीं से मार देता है, क्योंकि उसके पास जान कितनी है, उसकी फोरआर्म देखिए। रसल है ऐसा प्लेयर, और भी प्लेयर है, रोहित, संजू सैमसन को फ्लो चाहिए बैट का। आप डिफेंस करने जा रहे हो और बॉल आपको मिल गई, आप इमीडिएटली माइंड चेंज करके, बहुत कम प्लेयर ऐसे कर सकते हैं जिनकी पावर स्पोर्ट है, पर वो ऐसे प्लेयर हैं जो टेस्ट क्रिकेट में डिफेंस नहीं कर पाते। यही फर्क है।
पोलार्ड का तो कभी-कभी मुझे समझ नहीं आता अतुल पाजी की एक छोटा सा फ्लिक करता है और बाउंड्री के 30-40 यार्ड भी पीछे चली जाती है कभी-कभार। After that, let's straight away move on to the changes and the playing 11 that have happened today. Atul Paji, Rajasthan's management has made 3 big changes. Robin Uthappa has been left out. Yashasvi Jaiswal is in. Riyan Parag, the youngster in the middle order, has been left out. Instead of him, Kartik Tyagi has been brought in. And another change is Jaydev Unadkat left out. Ankit Rajput has come in. तो मुंबई की तरफ से कोई चेंज नहीं, इस तरफ होलसेल चेंजेस हो गए हैं। इनके चेंजेस के बारे में क्या ख्याल है?
देखिए, मुझे लग रहा है कि थोड़ी प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगी, क्योंकि आपने महंगा खरीदा रॉबिन उथप्पा को, चलिए आपने ले लिया, उसके बाद अभी 4 मैच के बाद अगर आपने उसको डिस्कार्ड कर दिया, क्योंकि आपने जो उसकी सिचुएशन में बल्लेबाजी करने भेजा है उसकी सिचुएशन नहीं है, उसके बाद यू आर गिविंग अप ऑन हिम, ये बैड सिग्नल है। क्योंकि अगर दूसरा खिलाड़ी जो खेल रहा है वो फ्लॉप हो गया, तो फिर आप रॉबिन उथप्पा से उम्मीद ना करें कि आगे इमीडिएटली वो करे। अगर उसको आपने रन करवाने हैं तो यू हैव टू प्ले हिम अप। रियान पराग ने भी, उसकी भी सिचुएशन ऐसी है, 1-2 बल्लेबाज फंसता है, पर उसके लिए ये नहीं है कि आप उसको ड्रॉप कर दें। तो अब आप इन दोनों पे गए हैं, तो इनको भी आपको 4 मैच तो देने पड़ेंगे ना। और आपकी गेंदबाजी में उनादकट एक वैरायटी थी लेफ्ट आर्म की, उसको छोड़ के ले आना मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा। क्या पता आपको निगल हो, फॉर्म को देखते हो उनादकट के पास वैरायटी ज्यादा है, राउंड द स्टंप्स भी आता है, एंगल बनाता है, स्लोअर वन अच्छे हैं उसके, अबू धाबी में काम आ सकते थे। तो आई थिंक ये मुझे समझ नहीं आया। राजपूत इज अ मच लेस एक्सपीरियंस बॉलर देन उनादकट।
जी, कार्तिक त्यागी भी अंदर आए हैं। आई एम पर्सनली वेरी एक्साइटेड टू वॉच कार्तिक त्यागी बॉल। अंडर 19 वर्ल्ड कप में खेलते हुए देखा था, काफी इंटेंसिटी और पैशन से खेलता है जितना मैंने देखा है। तो पेस आई थिंक शायद काम आ सकती है उसकी। कार्तिक त्यागी के बारे में क्या कहना है, क्या एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं?
ठीक है, हाँ, पर यंगस्टर है, मुझे लग रहा है कि इतने हॉट पॉट में फेंक देना उसे, और ये थोड़ा सा टेस्ट भी है। मुझे लगता है ऐसे में ही आप स्टार बनते हैं। नागरकोटी और मावी उस दिन स्टार बने, तो उनका दिल बड़ा हो गया होगा। तो आई थिंक यू हैव टू थ्रो देम एट द डीप एंड एट टाइम, एंड अब टैलेंट है तो अंडर 19 खेल के, क्योंकि पहले अंडर 19 जो होते थे ना हमारे जमाने में, उनके पास एक्सपीरियंस बहुत कम रहता था, साल में 10-15 मैच खेलते थे, बड़े मैचेस मिलते नहीं थे। अब ये खिलाड़ी एनसीए, अंडर 19 टूर, रणजी ट्रॉफी, सैयद मुश्ताक अली, ये सब खेल रहे हैं, तो इतनी क्रिकेट खेलते हैं कि इनका डेटाबेस पैक्ड है, सो दे कैन ट्रांसलेट दैट कि अगर दम है आपके पास तो ये है मैदान, यहाँ पे हेल्प ज्यादा मिलेगी नहीं। बॉल स्विंग कराने की कोशिश करें, स्पीड से तो आप नहीं कर पाएंगे बड़े प्लेयर्स को परेशान, सो यू हैव टू बी क्लेवर।
ये आजकल एनसीए की बात की, एनसीए में आपस में भी वो मैचेस होते रहते हैं कि मैच एक्सपीरियंस की तो बिल्कुल कमी नहीं है। जोनल मैचेस, नॉर्थ जोन, वेस्ट जोन, ईस्ट जोन, ये सारे मैचेस पूरे साल चलते ही रहते हैं। अब यशस्वी जायसवाल अंदर आए हैं अतुल पाजी, तो स्टीव स्मिथ को तो नीचे जाना पड़ेगा। मुझे नहीं लगता यशस्वी जायसवाल को मिडिल ऑर्डर में खिलाएंगे। खिला बिल्कुल सकते हैं, लेकिन आई डोंट थिंक दे विल रिजॉर्ट टू दैट ऑप्शन। सो स्टीव स्मिथ, वुड यू प्रेफर हिम एट नंबर 3 और बिलो संजू सैमसन एट नंबर 4?
आई थिंक संजू सैमसन के पास पावर गेम है। अगर सैमसन 4 खेले तो स्टीव स्मिथ को बेस्ट प्लेस इस नंबर 3 है। मुझे लगता है अगर जॉफ्रे आर्चर ने उड़ा दे 1-2 शुरू में, तो स्टीव स्मिथ चाहिए होगा इन्हें सर्वाइव करने के लिए गेम में। तो ये प्रॉब्लम है। स्टीव स्मिथ को नंबर 4 पे लेके आएंगे, अगर अच्छी बैटिंग हो गई तो वो बिग गेम इमीडिएटली आते ही नहीं खेल पाएंगे जो संजू सैमसन खेल सकता है। तो आई थिंक अपनी कोर कॉम्पिटेंस, हॉर्सेस और कोर्सेज वाली बात अपनाएं, और इसमें कोई डिमोशन नहीं हो रही है। आपकी रिक्वायरमेंट नीचे की है तो नीचे करें। आपने रन बना दिए, पर टीम के जो बैलेंस है उसको बदलना होगा, शारजा को भूलना होगा। ये अलग गेम शुरू हो गई, 2 मैच हार गए दुबई में, अबू धाबी में जीते आप, तो इसलिए स्टीव स्मिथ नंबर 3 बेस्ट रहेगा मेरे लिए।
नंबर 3 यू प्रेफरिंग नंबर 3। तो इसके अलावा अगर आप देखें तीसरे पे अगर स्टीव स्मिथ को अगर हम रख लें, चौथे पे संजू सैमसन, उसके बाद मुझे लग रहा है थोड़ी बैटिंग शॉर्ट पड़ रही है, क्योंकि उसके बाद सिर्फ महिपाल लोमरो पिछले मैच में हालांकि काफी सेंसिबल इनिंग्स खेली थी, अच्छे लग रहे थे, ही डिडंट लुक बैड व्हाइल बैटिंग। उसके बाद सीधा जोफ्रा आर्चर, टॉम करन, अंकित राजपूत और कार्तिक त्यागी की तो बात करनी नहीं चाहिए शायद बल्ले के साथ। तो आपको नहीं लग रहा थोड़ा छोटी हो गई है बल्लेबाजी आज? डीप तो
नहीं, देखिए अगर देखें दूसरी टीम के मुकाबले में देखें तो बड़े नाम कुछ कम है। लोमरो और हम अच्छे खेले पर बड़े नाम नहीं है, आप देखें। और जायसवाल को भी प्रूव करना है अपने आप को। तो मुझे लगता है कि अगर जॉस बटलर को भी नीचे खिलाया जाए, कि उनके पास गेम है बिग हिटर्स की, और इंग्लैंड के लिए भी नीचे खेलते हैं वो, तो उन्हें वहां खिलाया जाए तो बुरी बात नहीं होगी मुझे, क्योंकि जेसन रॉय और बेयर्स तो ओपन करते हैं वनडेज में भी उनके लिए, तो बटलर नीचे खेलते हैं। तो अगर स्टीव स्मिथ और सैमसन अगर, क्योंकि जायसवाल के साथ एक प्लेयर तो चाहिए जो कि एनफोर्स करे रन, नहीं तो दोनों प्लेयर अगर स्टीव स्मिथ ओपन करेंगे तो मुझे लगता है एक पैच ऐसे आ सकता है कि रन ना आए। तो उसको ब्रेक करने के लिए एक रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी आप यंगस्टर को तो देंगे नहीं कि तू मार दे, आप ये रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी बड़े प्लेयर को लेनी पड़ेगी। तो एक ऑप्शन वो भी है, पर नहीं, मुझे लगता है कि जोफ्रा आर्चर ने जिस तरह से बैटिंग की है, हाँ ये एक्सपेक्ट नहीं कर सकते कि भाई आप जोफ्रा आर्चर को 8 ओवर बैटिंग करवा दें। उनकी बस काम वही है, लास्ट के 2 ओवर उन्हें मिल जाए, उतनी सिचुएशन पे ऐसा ला के छोड़ें कि टॉम करन और जोफ्रा आर्चर अपना काम कर पाए।
आई थिंक मुझे पर्सनली अतुल पाजी थोड़ी शॉर्ट लग रही है आज बैटिंग, क्योंकि 5वें नंबर पे महिपाल लोमरो, आई थिंक ही कैन बैट डेफिनेटली, ही शॉर्ट ऑफ एक्सपीरियंस बट ही कैन बैट। उसके नीचे अगर आप 6ठे नंबर पे टॉम करन और जोफ्रा आर्चर जैसे बल्लेबाजों को खिलाएंगे, आई थिंक यू विल बी इन अ बिट ऑफ फिक्स, यू विल बी इन अ बिट ऑफ ट्रबल। दूसरी साइड अगर हम बात करें अतुल पाजी, मुंबई की अभी तक उनकी बात करी नहीं है, बिकॉज आई थिंक दे आर ऑलमोस्ट लुकिंग इनविंसिबल टू मी एट लीस्ट। क्या आपको लग रहा है मुंबई एक परफेक्टली बैलेंस साइड है, या उधर भी कुछ क्रैक्स एंड क्रेविसेस हैं?
नहीं, वो धीरे धीरे अपनी सारे बेसिस कवर कर लिए। आई थिंक दे आर जेलिंग वेल। सूर्य कुमार यादव ने आके नंबर 3 पे एक अलग सी स्टेबिलिटी दी है। डीकॉक फॉर्म में आ चुके हैं। पोलार्ड और हार्दिक पांड्या एक्सप्लोसिवनेस के लिए, कुणाल पांड्या ने भी आगे उस दिन 4 बॉलों में 20 रन बना दिए। तो ये है कि मतलब दे कीप ऑन कमिंग एट यू। So that is one thing which I like, and that can only happen जब you are confident about your ability to win every game. बॉलिंग में भी अगर देखें तो बॉलिंग में मुझे लगता है एक आधा फैक्टर ऐसा है, बुमराह को ऑफ डे हो जाएगा, पैटिसन ने अभी तक उनकी वो कमी पूरी कर दी है, तो जहां प्रॉब्लम थी वो गैप फिल होता जा रहा है। कुणाल पांड्या ने अच्छी गेंदबाजी की, और इस स्लो पिच में कल देखे किस तरह अक्षर पटेल ने वैसे तेज करते हैं वैसे ही पर धीमा बॉल छोड़ा क्योंकि विकेट था। तो आई थिंक ये कंडीशंस की जो बात कर रहा हूँ, कुणाल पांड्या हैज टू बी क्लेवर। वो जो चलाकियां कर रहे हैं ना, बैट के बॉलिंग कर रहे हैं, वो ना करें। जस्ट he has to treat himself as a proper player. He should not become a gimmick, and he's a good player. तो मेरा यही मानना है कि आई थिंक बस एक जो एक बॉलर अगर पिटा तो फिर कुछ प्रॉब्लम आ सकती है। वो हार्दिक पांड्या गेंदबाजी नहीं कर रहे हैं।
Yesterday I remember Atul Paji when we were having a talk yesterday also, अक्षर पटेल की बात कर रहे थे हम कि is he a good replacement for Amit Mishra, and he proved to be a very good one. I think he proved us wrong, क्योंकि कल हल्का सा टर्न मिल रहा था उन्हें, और the turn he got was enough to manage the wickets. A couple of wickets he got, of course he got Aaron Finch first, then he got another wicket. So I think थोड़ी सी तेज पेस से वापस थोड़ी सी पीछे खींच लिया है। वैसे 90-95 डालता है, अब आई थिंक 87-88 के आसपास डाल रहे थे। सो आई थिंक इट वाज रियली गुड टू वॉच हिम बोल। इसके अलावा लास्ट वन कमिंग एट यू अतुल पाजी, who do you think will win today's match, or who do you think has a better chance today?
Mumbai has got their neck ahead. I think it's going to be 63-37 to Mumbai.
That's a very precise prediction, I think, and I like that personally. So Mumbai, हम जब भी पहले भी मैं बात कर रहा था, जिससे भी मैंने आज बात करी है, they are preferring Mumbai अतुल पाजी, और मैं चाहूंगा आज की राजस्थान हमें wrong proof करके दिखाए, and it'll be interesting to see how both these teams step up. It's Rohit Sharma versus Steve Smith, Indian captain versus overseas captain. Always lovely to chat with you, Atul Paji. We'll see you tomorrow. Another great chat with you. And keep watching Sports Tiger. This is Yuvraj signing off with Atul Paji.